Hello, hello. Welcome to today's messages. Yes, it is that time to check in, time to release all the energies that are not of your greatest and highest good. We don't need them. Release them, the doubts, the fears, the ego trying to convince you that you are less than you are, okay? I feel like there's like this wave that's going out right now that is meant to deter you, to distract you, to keep you in the low vibrating frequencies. And so it's really important to maintain the love vibe, okay? What is meant for you will be for you, and what isn't, let it go, right? Let it be. We don't want what isn't for us, anyways. So that's easy, right? Yes. Okay, let's see what the Octillions have in store for us today. What do we got here? What is that one? It is transition. Yes, this is the transition period. And I feel like there are strings, hooks, grabby little energy pulling, trying to hold you back. Okay. Ooh, contact, transition and contact. The energy of contact allows you to know that all doors to your inner source will open when you surrender and, like water, go with the flow. Okay. Trust and preparing you for the new times. So this is exactly it. This is the constantly choosing of the love, and get really, really good at that. Trusting your greatest and highest good, however that looks, right? Releasing the need to control how that looks, who that entails. This allowing state. When you are fixed on a path, you may be limiting yourself on your greatest and highest good, right? So hold your greatest and highest good as the goal, not the specifics, because you don't have all the information. And what you conceive to be the best option might not be, right? Only your higher self, only your original soul plan knows what is best for you. So trust it and allow it. And that's all the cards in the deck. Trust it and allow it to be. And just get excited about witnessing its unfolding. Okay. So we've got notice. I think this is about your resilience, your ability to hold the line, maybe. Okay, here we go. Need, resistance, effort, delays, and creative friction. Okay. This is that tugging that's happening as you're transitioning, as you're making contact with your new set point, reality, love vibe. Okay. Is there any creature tougher or more tenacious, robust, and resilient than the honey badger? No matter what life throws at her, she uses it to learn, grow, and become even stronger. Whether she is battling a deadly snake or finding a way for her family to survive an arid environment, she casts aside frivolous wants and focuses on essential needs. The saying, necessity is the mother of invention, perfectly describes the energy of Nades. It is the unimaginable pressure that creates diamonds. Nades tells you something you probably already know. Life can be hard, yet it is often through your suffering and your labor that you truly learn the powerful stuff you are made of. In this reading, this is a message that you are made of bold and powerful magic. Have faith and persevere, okay? Keep pushing through. Keep holding the love line, okay? Keep fighting back, pushing back against the doubts, right? Against the feelings of unworthiness, lack, distrust, all of those things. They're low vibrating feelings, right? They have no place at the table in the new realm, in the new version of you, in the world that exists around your greatest and highest timeline. Okay. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. Okay. I'm gonna do a thing or two here and see what cards come out for us today. And yes, okay. So this is the shelf that I ripped out of the wall, okay? And because we had a message a couple days ago about towers crumbling down the old, and we now have those materials available to utilize to build upon the new. It just felt right to include the shelf in this area, okay? Because that's exactly it. We are utilizing the old materials to build upon. This is your experience when rebuilding. Okay, oh, we've got an extra one. This is your ships coming in. Are they coming in? Are they not coming in, right? This is your doubt. This is your fear. This is the is it or is it not? Yes. Okay, I'm just going to do that. Because yes, I think the point is it arrives the minute you don't need them to, right? Your ship's landing can only arrive at a dock that is prepared for their arrival. No. It's like if you hold on too tightly to something, you make it so that it never comes, right? It traps you, it blocks you. You have to be open to receiving, allowing to receiving, be in a state of non-resistance. You're not depending on the things to arrive. They're just perks, bonuses. They'll just add to the beautifulness that you already have. You're happy with your dock. You get so immersed in the dock that whether ships land at it or not doesn't matter. That wasn't the point of the dock. Okay? Something like that. Okay. Let's look at this. So we've got the Emperor. Okay, this is the doing man. Okay, this is making choices, making decisions, and getting things done for the greatest good of all. The getter done guy, I sometimes would like to refer to him as. Okay, and then the Nine of Swords here. This is the doubts and fears that are locking you in. Okay, this is this barricade of walls of things left unsaid, right? Swords are communication. And I feel like instead of communicating truth, these swords built a wall around this figure, okay? And so, what's that got to do with everything? Okay, meditating upon the things, okay? The fears, the things that hold you back, right? Why have we built this wall around our hearts, around our minds, around our potential? For safety, for protection, right? It's just like the ego. The ego is trying to keep you safe from being wrong, and so it wants to think its way into its knowing. It wants to know everything now. Show me the proof. Show me the money, right? Okay, I want to do these two. Okay, so the creating of your world and the reserving of the uh, of your energy here. And we've also got this 9 to 10 of swords, okay? This is about the process through meditation, perhaps, removing the swords that have blocked, right? Now the figure is lying on the beach, full of possibilities and potential. Look at all those colorful dots all over them, right? But they're still held back by these two swords here. And so it's interesting that these two swords are, we've got two wands here, and this is the drawing board. This is the imaginings, the what do you call those things? Vision boarding process of the kind of world that you want to live in, the kind of person you want to be, the kind of people you want in your life. Okay, and then we've got the temperance. Okay, this is trusting in the process, in the balancing, in the unfolding, okay, in the becoming, in the strengthening, in all of the processes. Wow. And this is how you build a legacy and become one who is an overflowing cup, okay? This is everything you do when you want to remove the self-imposed limitations and blocks upon yourself, okay, through this process, through the mindful creation of the kind of world you want to live in, of the kind of life that you want to have, right? And the balancing. This Ten of Swords, because they are lying on their back, considering the things that are holding them back, this is that self-reflection, but also a reserving of energies, right? Not extending energy that isn't serving the good of all, right? Okay. We've got, oh, wow. Wow. Okay. The Emperor and the Empress have arrived in this reading. So we've got this Knight of Cups here, this messenger, right? This youthful possibility, passionate, pure intention. Okay, coming in, and this Empress, she's holding the frequency of the new world. Okay, she's holding the frequency of love. That's what the Empress does. She births the new things, and she allows things to ebb and flow, to come to her, to move away from her without any resistance. Okay, this is the power of the Empress. And the Emperor aspect, your masculine aspect, picks up the things that are meant for the good of all, right? And makes things happen with them. Whether they are, she's birthing out all the seeds and he's like, aha, this seed, no, this seed. Let's plant this one. And he sticks it in the dirt, okay? That is the beautiful relationship, cooperative between the feminine, the divine feminine, and the divine masculine. They're also representing a beautiful union. And within, without, it doesn't matter, because we've got this wall of swords. The things left unsaid is the only thing that I can say, is the only thing I can say. Okay, there's the Fool. Okay, this is the Fool taking a leap of faith. And something to do with this message here. And then we've got, I mean, this could be your trust. And this could be this is the faith, right? The going all in, the jumping for joy, the trust in the unknown. And it's connected to this drawing board world. Okay, so I feel like this could be a communication from your higher self that is letting you know it's okay to take those walls down and join with the Empress. Okay, and then we've got the Five of Cups over here, which is interesting. This is the consolidating your resources. This is also the your emotional stance in things. Okay, so are you um, are you focusing on the three cups that you can't take, or are you focusing on the two cups that you can, right? It's the same concept as my cup is half full versus my cup is half empty. Why did all those horrible things happen to me? This is what made me stronger because of those things, right? This is your mindset. And that's what we were talking about. This, are the ships going to come in or are they not coming in? This is, the ships are coming in, period, right? Full stop. And that's the Empress vibe. She holds her seeds, right? These are all seeds that she pops out that hit fertile soil and grow into beautiful things. This card is your soil, okay? And is it full of possibilities or is it full of regret? Okay, there you go. Okay. And then we have the people and the balancing of the masculine and feminine, the Six of Wands, the taking action to harness the power of the sun. Okay, this is like the equivalent of choosing the light. And then we have the people, okay, and they are part of this consolidating of your resources, consolidating of your energies. There are people in our lives who are regretters, who are hopeful, and you need to know the difference for yourself and for the people, the company that you keep, right? The guilty by association, the energy that everyone emits affects and combines and amplifies when you are in proximity. So the company you keep is very important, right? You're trying to maintain this, these are the lessons I've learned that made me stronger attitude. And you've got people around you who are not only focusing on their own, lack or whatever, but they will be quick to point out yours as well. You're like, oh, yes, I went through that, but this is what I got out of it. And they're like, yeah, but, they kind of try to keep you in that other, and it's not like, it's not necessarily out of spite or control or anything. It's the same as misery loves company, right? And so this is your choosing, your resilience to move away from anything that contradicts your frequency that you're trying to maintain. Okay. This is how you create the worlds. This is how you bring the world into being, by maintaining this frequency, this love vibe. Make the love vibe happen. Okay. And I kind of want to put this here because this is your removing and speaking of your truth, right? You're allowing things to ebb and flow, to come and be, to release and to birth, right? You're reserving of your energies on what you move on, what you jump for. And this meditation state, this connection with your higher self, with your intuition and grounding in nature, right? This is all a very important part of grounding in your desire, your ideal world. And then we've got the moon. This is things hidden. This is things yet to be revealed. And I feel like, this could be messages coming in that have yet to arrive or land or be received. And you don't have to worry, because Spirit will constantly send you messages and lessons until you get it. So that's nice. Okay. And this is the message. Okay. A beautiful, gorgeous world of love, abundance, peace, prosperity, compassion, empathy, gorgeousness, harmony. Okay. And star shine. Yes, we've got the star shining, you shining as a star. This is your process of becoming a star and claiming your greatest and highest timeline. That's what this is, your greatest and highest timeline, where everything is balanced, where everything is colorful and beautiful and represented in gorgeousness. Okay, the star is someone who goes through the process of stripping away all of the darkness, all of the dull, all of the unsaid communications, and releasing all the lower based feelings of doubt and fear and distrust. Okay, this is what makes you shine and makes you lighter, so that you can float up into the sky and shine bright. Okay, what's this? We've got, this is your emotional regularity. Okay, above all else, maintain your frequency of love. Okay, maintain your frequency of emotional regularity. This is recognizing quickly when you are feeling or entertaining things, something, anything that makes you feel less than, that makes you feel drained, depleted, right? You need to keep this momentum going of love, of trust, of faith, because that is your fuel. That is your pixie dust. That's the stuff that worlds are created with. Okay. And then we've got the Six of Swords. Okay, this is the releasing of the things that no longer serve. Okay, yes. And so let go of those thoughts, let go of those doubts, let go of those fears, and trust that what is meant for you will be for you. What will be. What your greatest and highest timeline will arrive, appear, reveal itself to you in miraculously and gorgeous, beautiful ways, right? And the less you are holding fixed to how that all unfolds, the more you will allow the universe to surprise and delight you. Okay? Yes. So let go of those things as well as those people. They're just, you can just love them from afar. It's not like you don't love these people. You just recognize that they are really having too strong of an effect on your emotional regularity. And so boundaries, right? Create those safe, healthy, loving, but firm boundaries. And if you can't fully get away with, leaving these people out of your life, then you're going to have to get creative with the kind of boundaries that you make for yourself on what you let in, how much you let in, when, where, and all of that. Okay, we'll go through one more time if there's anything that wants to go. Yes, yay! Oh, what's this? Okay. We've got a couple. Okay, there's the releasing all of the things that no longer serve. Okay, with honor, you can love and honor those things that you are releasing. You could recognize how they have enriched your life in the past, right? But it's time to move on. It's like the cocoon, right? You recognize its purpose, its function, but now that you are a butterfly, it no longer serves. Okay. And so it's time to let it go. It's time to be like, thank you for being a huge part of my transformation process, but it's time you go. Okay. Trust in the things that are happening behind the scenes. Yes. Trust your intuition on your greatest and highest timeline, on your beautiful, foundational, joyful, celebratory gorgeousness. Like getting these cards together, we've got the happily ever after, this abundance card, this legacy card, right? This is the all of the abundance that lasts generations. We've got this entire generation thing going on here, plus a tree. It's not like a 1 year crop that you have to plant every year. This tree is established. And so it's going to, once it's reached its beautiful blooming stage, it's just going to keep blooming year after year, right? That's the kind of abundant legacy that that represents. And this is the emotional with the cups, right? It's all about your emotional state, okay? Being balanced, being fulfilled, being gorgeous. And I'm just noticing the 10, 10, 10, and this 10 of swords here, especially coming after the 9 of swords. It's like a completion. It's like the last few things that need to be removed, the last few doubts and fears, right? Those two swords could be your doubts and your fears. There's sticky little bastards that don't want to come out, that keep holding you back, right? From jumping. I feel like this is the fool before they are released and jumping in faith and trust, right? They are no longer held back by the fear and the doubt. And so they are trusting, they're going all in. And then we are further validated or confirmed with this trust in the unseen. Trust in the seeds that you have planted are going to grow. You harnessed the sun power. You've released the things that aren't serving you. And this is what makes things happen for you. So that's gorgeous. Okay. I'm just gonna do a few things here. Okay, let's get some charms. All the charms in the world. Okay, the first one that's coming out to me is this dragon. Oh, I love it. The dragon, this is you, okay? Majestic, magical, terrifying, ferocious, ancient and wise, okay? And magical and powerful, right? This is you as an integrated whole, your light and your shadow combined. This is why you breathe fire, because you are full of liquid sunshine. Okay, this is you in your cup. So that's beautiful. Then we've got love, golden, beautiful love. Okay, this is the frequency of love. This is the state of beingness. Gorgeous. Okay, we've got the sun, and it's the happy sun. This sun is overjoyed and excited about your potential, about your possibility. This is you, the star. Oh, and we've also got the happy star. Okay, this is double sun star confirmation. Okay, this is like yes, yes, and yes, believe it. Okay, these two happy little shiners. Okay, this is you, the star, and the sun, because suns are stars. This is you maintaining your emotional regularity of love, peace, and joy. And that in turn filling your cup full of liquid sunshine. Okay. And the reason why the dragon breathes fire, because it purifies and cleanses and releases all the things that aren't serving, right? People, places, and things that aren't adding to your sunshine collecting. Okay, we've also got this beautiful high priestess balance, okay, with your inner aspects, the child, the parent, and the elder, right? And how that beautiful trifecta of balance within is part of how your intuition speaks to you through these things, right? Your child explores and discovers, your parent nurtures and guides, and your elder is wise with experience, and so can trust, has more faith, because experience acts as support, right? Sometimes. Okay. Then we've got this beautiful becoming of this butterfly that you are. This is really learning how to trust in your own ability to fly. Okay, we've got the wise owl, and it's on the move. Okay, and owls are super stealthy. You can't hear them when they are about to pounce. Okay, and so I'm getting this trust in the things unseen here. Okay, because the owls are also wise. So this is like your wisdom bringing you messages to trust. Okay, then we've got the mermaid, and she's about going with the flow. Okay, she's a mistress or a queen of her domain of the water realms. This is this emotional regularity that you keep. You're a mermaid. Okay, and then we've got this lucky horseshoe. Okay, you are lucky. You are lucky to be one of those able to recognize, to receive, to maintain, to trust, to own, and to be love. And you know, it's going to seem like luckiness to everyone else, but you resilient honey badger, you have worked for it, and so deserve every single thing that you're getting. Okay, and this is the bird in the cage, but the cage is unlocked. The bird is sitting on the cage, but not trapped within it. Okay, and so this one is giving me that freedom and safety, right? Freedom to fly wherever you may want to, and the safety of a place to return to. That is beautiful. Okay, then we've got the scooter that likes to come out, and I feel like this is the speed at which the things are happening. The ships are moving in your direction, okay? They're not super fast, but they are still faster than walking, crawling, and inchworming, okay? So at least that's that. And then we have the moon, okay, and it's an ornate moon. And so the delicacy of the ornateness is giving me this attention to details, trust those, or lack thereof, right? The ones that you can't see. It's okay. You're trusting, you're flowing, you're allowing, you are holding and maintaining the frequency of the Empress. And it's this full trust and faith in your greatest and highest timeline reaching you, divine timing. When it's right, all things will be revealed, period. And then we've got Jesus dying on his cross. Okay, one of the most disturbing images I think that we commercially pump out is Jesus on the cross. So this is giving me the faith, perhaps, the example, the release, the let go of the things you can't control, perhaps, and the forgiveness, right? He forgave those. What was his saying? Forgive them. They know not what they do, right? And I feel like this is your resilience. You know, you are holding your faith, your trust, regardless of what's happening on your external, right? Jesus, that was his big example. He held the faith and the trust, regardless that everybody was turning on him and nailing him to crosses and leaving him to die, right? So this is your trust. This is your resilience. Beautiful. Okay. I think that's gonna be all for today, except I'm picking up a couple of these ones. No, I think it's time. I think we'll just do a crystal card. Get the crystal oracles out. And we've got some rainbow confirmation on your 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so blooms are starting, or things are starting to bloom on your legacy tree. And so trust it, have faith in it, believe in it, allow it, release it. Wow. Okay, 29. What do you got for us? Growth, courage, strength, and flexibility. You are a growth-seeking being, experiencing, interacting, and learning by virtue of your life's experience. Is there a circumstance within your life that feels outside of your control? Transformational growth and deep emotional healing can be gained by observing the underlying patterns occurring in the events around you. These situations, through the law of attraction, are a result of your conscious or unconscious creation. Accepting this truth provides motivation to examine and release any beliefs or habits preventing you from experiencing a life of joy, understanding, and gratitude. The opportunity for growth is at hand. Look beyond your conditioned responses and explore the gifts and knowledge this situation has to offer. The opportunity to realize your deep spiritual growth. Your heart sings with joy at the opportunity to realize your deep spiritual joy. Okay, we need our growth. We needed that. Okay, I guess I have to read it again because your heart sings with joy at the opportunity to realize your deep spiritual growth. Okay? You are no longer one who entertains those doubts and fears for very long. You release them, you let them go, you allow them to die. Okay? Yes, let them go. And then you'll know why. Okay, I'm gonna do, let's get a kitty card. And we've got imagination, passion, and generosity. Okay, meet Zed. He might not look like your ordinary house cat, but in fact, he is one. He doesn't come from outer space or from a far off land. He lives just around the corner. He is the maker of his own kittyverse. Yes. He is constantly recreating himself to mirror the infinite possibilities of his imagination. Okay, today he is purple and green, but tomorrow he might be made of flowers, and the next day he might have stars for eyes. We are all in a constant state of becoming. We don't need to always stick with the familiar A, B, and C. Sometimes we can reach for Z. Okay, this is the allow the universe to surprise and delight you in any way that it wants to, it's meant to, and trust that it is for your highest and greatest good, always. Oh, it's this guy. Unique. Meet Helix. He is always a little different from the other kitties. At first, he felt lonely and alienated. He even considered trying to blend in to be accepted by the other cats. But this could never give him the joy that being embraced as his true self would. So he took a risk and met people's gaze as himself. He saw that his uniqueness was his beauty and his spark. He alone could twinkle the way only he can. Miraculously, many kitties around him threw off their normal disguises and began to sparkle in their own way too. Their world became dazzlingly diverse. So embrace that freak within and remember, outsiders are in, okay? This is also part of being your true, unique version of self. This will help to weed out or encourage all those meant for you in that same way, right? Their masks will come off or they will push away because they're like, no, I need my masks. Get away from me. Okay, passion. Meet Ember. She is the light blazing inside our being. She is our fire, our drive, our fuel. She is our very life force, yearning and stretching in the direction of our love. Notice what makes Ember begin to glow and burn brighter. Perhaps it is talking openly with a friend or cuddling with your love, or perhaps it's playing your guitar, scaling a mountain, or writing your story. Look for that spark within and honor it. Stoke that fire with intention. Honor your passion with time and dedication. Feed that flame with devotion. Let passion ignite your life with beauty, energy, and purpose. Okay, this is giving me that dragon vibes here, and the beautiful balancing of the temperance, right? The process of becoming, the forging of your sword of truth as strong and impenetrable. No, it's a sword. It's supposed to penetrate. Unbreakable. Yeah. Generosity. Meet Sapphire, the generous spirit in us all. When it is dark outside, he will always come through for us with his dancing rainbow lights and gentle eyes. Allow generosity to flow in all directions. Offer your hand, your ear, your understanding, and your heart to a person in need. Graciously receive that help from another when you are challenged, stuck, or down on your luck. Be generous with yourself. Give yourself time, love, and sweet, nurturing care. We take turns being the helper and the one in need of help. Generosity connects us to something larger than ourselves. Beautiful. Yes. Take time away from you and help someone who may need your gorgeousness. Okay? Okay, quick little confirmation card from here. We've got the King of Cups. Okay. And someone wise and good with words, sensitive and in touch with nature, with interests in many fields of learning, a healing touch. Okay, beautiful. Embody your King of Hearts. King of Hearts, King of Cups. Okay, that's your heart. Power, your action. Act with love. Beautiful. Okay, there's the messages for today, and I hope there's some good stuff in there for you to help you on your way to release those things, those doubts. If you get bombarded, if you get overrun by why and when and how and what, and this is your ego trying to control, trying to be in charge, trying to think its way, and trying to avoid being wrong or whatever the fact, right? Hold the vibe, remove those swords keeping you back, and step into one worthy of this beautiful, gorgeous life of your greatest and highest timeline. Okay? You are worthy of it and you're gorgeous, so I hope it for you soon. Okay? Love you and appreciate you and see you next time. Okay, bye.